Hi everyone, in this video we are going to make a AI recommendation chatbot for sugar cosmetics. So before we just jump right into it, what we are going to let me just give you a brief introduction of what is going to happen. So we have Google Sheet where we have listed all the products of Sugar Cosmetics and with their prices and category. So if the user wants to be recommended any product, for example, user types, I want a lipstick. So we will just list all the lipsticks that we have with their prices, and user can directly click on the button we provide, and it will directly go to the selling page or a Sugar Cosmetics website, right? So let's just dive deep into it. So before we start, let me just show you the sheet where we have listed all the products of Sugar Cosmetics. So in this sheet, there are product names. There are total 15 products with the product category, product subcategory, product price, and also the URL that the user will click if he or she wants to purchase the product. And also we have here product image URL where this is the image that will display on the chatbot, right? So here you can see here is the Sugar Cosmetics page. So let's just create a new bot. Go to new agent, enter a name, recommendation bot for Sugar Cosmetics. Sugar Cosmetics, get started. Now you can either import a knowledge base of Sugar Cosmetics, you can import their web page, or you can just type in a text. But for now, we are only going to focus on recommendation part. You can create a full-fledged customer support bot along with recommendation system here in VoiceFlow itself. So for now, we will just type VoiceFlow website only. It is creating a new agent. It is importing the web pages from the website. Okay, so the knowledge base is imported, but we are not going to focus on that. We are going to skip this part for now, and let's just go on workspace, workflows, edit a workflow, just clear everything here. And before we start, what we have to do, we have to ask user a question, what he wants help with. Okay, so talk, go to message, ask, but first welcome. Hello, welcome to Sugar Cosmetics. Welcome to Sugar Cosmetics. Again, a new message. What can I help you with? What can I help you with? Right. Okay. So now that we have asked user discussions, we have to capture user response. So you have to go to listen, capture, and we have to capture entire user reply in a variable, and we have to create a new variable. Variable name can be user input. User input. So now that we have created user variable, we have to take this variable and generate a query for Google Sheet. This query will help us to retrieve product details from the Google Sheet and show it to the user, right? So now how we can generate a query? This is where AI part comes in. We will create a prompt that will, by using the user query, it will give us a Google Sheet query. Okay. So let's just go to the next block, go to logic set, and in variable to set, use a prompt, right? So now you have to select a prompt. We have to create a new prompt here. We can give a prompt name as AI AI query prompt, right? And in the system prompt, go to this document that I will be giving the description box. You can copy this thing. Uh, this is a system prompt. This is system prompt for the user, prompt for the GPT model, right? So just paste it here. So we have pasted here. Here you can see what are we telling the GPT model is that you are a Google Sheet query language generator. Your response is always a valid response. These are the sheets column name that we are giving, and along with that, we are giving a product that are listed in the sheet along with the category and subcategory. It will help user to help the GPT model to generate a query. And after that, we are just giving some examples. So let's see if the user is it is, and after that, just give a user prompt. You have to give a user prompt here. User prompt can be also found in the Google Sheet in the Word document. You can go there and type it here, right? So it is a user input here. Okay, yeah. So now go to variables and let's just test our prompt. So what can user ask? User can ask, do you sell lipsticks? Lipsticks, right? So we can run. Yeah, see. So user is giving us the query is the select all where product subcategory that is column C is lipstick, right? So here we can see column C is subcategory and here is the lipstick. So it will give us these two results, right? So here you can do anything. You can also add in price here if you want the price under something. So you can also do that. So now that we have done this, we have to just set it to the variable, create a variable. We will name it Google Sheet query. Okay. So now you have a Google Sheet query. We have got a query. What we have to do is we have to send this query to Google Sheets. How we are going to do that is we are going to use make.com. Once Google Sheets receive this query, it will give us a product that we desire for, right? So let's just make an API call here. Go to dev API. We have to make a post request here. And the URL that we are going to paste, I will show you in a bit. We have to send data. How we are going to do is we have to make a key. Key name will be sheet query and also a variable. What we are going to get Google Sheet query. Google Sheet query, right? So now this is done. And now we have to capture a response. Response can be response, and we have to create a variable where we are going to store that response. So let's just create a variable name product response. Product response. Okay. So this is done. Now we have to add a URL here. So to add a URL here, we have to go to make.com. If you are in a make.com, you have to just go and create a new scenario. In scenario, you have to go to webhook. So what is a webhook? Webhook is an entity on internet. It triggers whenever it receives a data, right? So go to webhook here. We have to do triggers when webhook receives the data, right? And now you have to create a new webhook. Create a webhook. Yeah, the save. Now here you have got the webhook URL, right? So just use this URL to make a post request. Just save it here. Okay, and just paste the URL right here. So now this is done. So next thing that we have to do is we have to. So now that you have got a product, now you will get a query. So let's just run once and let's test our scenario here. So run. Okay, so let's see if it has, yes. So here we have got a query from there. So now that we have received a query, so now we have to add a Google Sheet module here. So go to Google Sheets, go to search row advanced. Here you can type in a query. So I have already connected my Google, so you can also do that. From my drive, I have to choose a file name, product systems. Okay, sheet ID is going to be sheet 1, and the query that we are going to type is the sheet query that we received from there. Okay, so this is done. And here the limit we are going to set is 4. Only 4 products can be received at a time. Let's just make it 3 for simplicity. So let's just save it right here. Okay. So now what we will get products, and now we have to convert it into a JSON. So what is a JSON? It's a type of HTTP response type that you can send from over the web. Okay, you can understand in that way. So go to JSON and aggregate to JSON. Okay, we have to select a source. Source is going to be a Google Sheets. Choose a data structure now. So now I have a data structure named product. So if you don't have, you just can go to add and create a new product data structure. So you can do that from here. I'm just going to add a new product. Okay, so product is here. Okay, so product name is going to be my product name, right? My product category is going to be the product category that I get from Sheets. Product subcategory is going to be product subcategory here. Product price is product price. Okay, so product URL is here and product image is going to be here. Fine. I think you have understood it now. So now that we have got this, we have to send a response back to our bot. How can we do that? We have to just go to add module, webhook. Inside webhook, we have to just do webhook response. Okay, body here. Body you have to send JSON string here and show advanced settings. Add a we have to go add a content type. Content type that is application says JSON. JSON. Content type is basically what we are going to send. Okay. So application JSON. Save it here. So now a scenario is created. Let's just test it, run it once, and see if we are getting that data here. We are running it. Let's go to recommendation bot back and just test. Not from here, sorry. We have to go and run here. Run test. Do you sell kajals? Let's see if it gives us the response that we are intending. Okay, so see here all the scenarios are correct, all the modules are run. We have from from Google Sheets we got how many bundles? 2 bundles with the data. Okay, so now let's just test something, right? So here we have got price, image URL, etc. And we are sending response back to our recommendation bot from the Google Sheet. Okay, so now that we have got product details on our bot, we just have to set some variables and display that images and a carousel on chatbot, right? So let's just do that. Just after once you receive the bot, you have to go to Java's, you have to go to dev and run a JavaScript code. What this code will do is it will set some variables. Okay. So where you are going to get this JavaScript code, you have to go to this sheet that I'm going to share in the description also. Just copy this thing here. Okay. Okay. So just copy the whole code and we will just paste it here. Okay. What it does is it is creating a variable in product count it is setting it to the product response dot length. Okay, and it is checking if it is product count is more than zero. Okay, and it is setting some variables here. You can see right here. Okay, so now that since we have set the limit to 3, we don't need this thing. This is done here. So now if the JavaScript code runs successfully, what we have to do is we have to set some conditions here. Go to logic conditions, add a path. It is going to be condition builder. We have to create a variable now. So just type product, add product here, product count that we set in a JavaScript code, right? Okay, so create variable. If product count is 0, okay, we have to now create a new part. Go to condition builder. If variable product count is 1, new condition. If variable product count is what? Is 2, and if the variable product count is 3. These are the four paths that you have to create, and also the else block. So now that we have created it, so if the product count is 0, we have to do nothing. And if the product count is 1, we have to show one carousel. If the product count is 2, we have to show two carousels, and further, right? So now in these conditions, we have to just display the product images and using the carousel. How we are going to do is we have to go here, and now we have to go to talk and go to carousel. If the product count is 1, we have to show one carousel. If product count is 2, we have to show two, and so on, right? So go to link here, and now you have to create some variables. Variable, how you can create it? Just add here. Go here. Product one underscore name. Right? Create a variable. It will be displayed here. And what you can do is product one underscore image. Create variable and type variable here. Product one image. Okay. And in card description, we are going to give a price. So price is going to be here. Product one underscore, create a variable here. Product one underscore price. Now that we have done, we have to give some actions. So go to these buttons, and in next button label is going to be purchase. And in actions, what we are going to do is we have to open an URL. URL is going to be product one URL that we set in our JavaScript. Product one underscore URL. Done. So we have created a variable here. No, the variable name is wrong. We have to use the one that we use in our JavaScript. So we have to type here one, and okay. Yeah. Just cut it back. Product one URL. So it is done. So this is how you can create carousels. So now I will skip to the part that, and I will create for all the conditions. As you can see, I have created the carousels for displaying the images and the products. So now let's just test it. Okay. So go to test your agent. Let's just type, do you sell kajals? See, it is giving us the products using the images. And also, if we click here, we can go directly go to Sugar Cosmetics page and purchase from here, right? You can just do also go to purchase here. Okay, so now we have to start a new chat. That's the problem here. Let's just add in a look into the price of it, right? Do you have something for ice under 500? Let's see what it gives us. Okay, so it has given us everything for the ice, right? So, so this is how you can create a recommendation bot. This was just a gist of it. You can add this with customer bot, and also you can do many different things here, right? So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.